Kenya's foreign ministry has urged the US President Donald Trump to propose alternative solutions for financial aid to safeguard populations in Kenya and across Africa. Foreign Affairs Principal Secretary Korir Sing'oei expressed concern that a pause in US foreign assistance could impair the ability of many African countries to meet health targets, among others, making it difficult to meet UN Sustainable Development Goals. Kenya hopes the Trump administration will provide new pathways to support vulnerable populations across Africa. In the Democratic Republic of Congo, 4 South African soldiers have been killed in a gun battle with M23 rebels, according to South African public broadcaster SABC. This brings the total number of South African National Defence Force personnel killed in recent clashes to 17. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa and Rwandan President Paul Kagame have agreed that a ceasefire in Eastern DRC is urgently needed. The leaders emphasized the need for diplomatic solutions to the conflict. Kenyan President William Ruto also stated that diplomacy is the only viable way to resolve the DRC conflict and called an emergency meeting of East African community leaders on Wednesday. Tanzania has called for a joint effort to close Africa's energy gap and aims to provide access to electricity to 300 million people within 5 years. Speaking at the Mission 300 Africa Energy Summit in Dar es Salaam, leaders emphasized the need for major reforms and investments to achieve universal energy across Africa. DW's Naomi Jaseda in Dar es Salaam has more.
Speaking at the Africa Heads of State Energy Summit held in Dar es Salaam, Deputy Prime Minister and Energy Minister Dr. Doto Biteko emphasized the importance of universal electricity access. Declaring electricity in Africa is no longer a luxury. It is a necessity and an enabler of development. Many African countries still face electricity challenges, but this summit gives them hope for a brighter future. Having already electrified all its villages, Tanzania aims to boost its capacity to 4,000 megawatts by 2025 with significant cross-border energy connections and renewable energy projects.
The initiative seeks to attract at least $90 billion in investments to expand and rehabilitate electricity grids across Africa with a focus on integrating renewable energy sources. Meanwhile, tens of thousands of Palestinians have returned to northern Gaza after the recent ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. The area had been heavily damaged by a 15-month-long war and was opened by Israel on Monday for the first time since the early weeks of the conflict. The United Nations said more than 200,000 displaced Palestinians were moving north on Monday morning, while Hamas authorities reported over 300,000 returnees. Many Palestinians found their homes destroyed but expressed resilience and determination to rebuild them. I'm Andrew Wasike, and that was our news for today. Thanks for joining us, and come back tomorrow for more.